What's going on, everyone? So welcome back to my innovation dungeon here. You know, you got the dungeness bed in the back with the vent. So oh man, just didn't feel like getting on green screen today. So today's video, I'm talking about 10 mistakes Yu-Gi-Oh players make all the time. And these mistakes are gonna delve into things that I personally made in my personal life of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And mistakes I've seen other people make throughout the years of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! You guys already know I've been playing this game for 16 years. And I've been playing other card games. So with that being said, there's a lot of things people make and a lot of mistakes people make. So I felt like, hey, why not talk about them, right? Before we get to actual videos, you guys already know, smash that like button. Let's try to get this video to at least 200 likes. It'd be awesome. If not, oh well. At least try to drop a comment to help support me in a new YouTube algorithm. So I'm gonna shoot straight into the video with my number 10 mistake. And that's when they first buy a deck, they max it out immediately. And I'm just like, why? Like, there is no reason people should be maxing out decks when they haven't even topped their first local. There is no reason. Like, I see this all the time. People, they bought mermaids when they first come out. They have to have high rarity everything. And I don't understand. Mine's like, yeah, it's your money. You can do what you want. But going broke or spending a lot of money on a deck, even if it's a couple hundred and you're somebody who got it like that, why, when you can buy the cheaper version of the deck, learn the deck, and then if you like it years later, then you can invest the high amount of money into it. I mean, it just don't make sense to buy a deck and then you don't know if you're gonna like the deck yet, because most people haven't even play tested. They just immediately pick up the pieces for the deck and they get a high rate because they figure they can make a quick buck. In today's Yu-Gi-Oh market, that's not gonna work. This ain't 16, 20 years ago. Well, this ain't 16 years ago, back when we were all 12, where it's like if you pick up things early at high rarity, they're gonna be worth money. Cards get reprinted like crazy. The meta changes so fast. Ban lists are sporadic. You can never know when something's gonna be worth money, so just buying high rarity is a big mistake in my personal opinion, unless you plan on playing a deck for a long time. Then I can see people making the investment, but don't buy high rarity, guys. That's the biggest mistake you guys can make. A common MST does the same thing as an ultra rare MST. Trust me. Number 9, not investing early. Now, this is for the people who like to play competitively, like myself, and they neglect to invest early for whatever reason. A great example of this is Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. I was a person who I knew it was gonna be a good card, and I took the chance of not investing when it was 40. And guess what now? The card's like 75, 80 bucks. And now I just have to sit down and think, when I go to every event, so I only bought Ash Blossoms when they were 40. But the thing is, you can never know when a card's gonna be worth money. So you gotta make your investments smart, and you gotta know what's gonna go up. And the thing is with Yu-Gi-Oh, you never know what really is gonna go up. So with that being said, if it's a card that's obviously broken, I had to learn this lesson myself, just invest into it. Have your spending limit. My spending limit on a personal card, I spend like at least 60 on one card, but that's my limit. You gotta have your own spending limit and go after that as well. I mean, $120 on a playset of Ash Blossoms is definitely expensive for a lot of you guys, especially because a lot of you guys are young. So if you don't want to break the bank, I personally wouldn't do it, but it's better doing it if you want to play the game competitively, because if you don't, the cards can get their prices jacked up. Number 8, another mistake people make is not play testing enough. So we got a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players who love to go to tournaments. They ask me all the time, Chris, you got tournament advice? Do I think this deck gonna be good? Blah, 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 blah. But they don't put in the work. Like, I see a lot of people at my locals personally. Well, I ain't gonna say at my locals personally, because I don't know what they do. I'm barely at locals. I'm like at locals once a month, not do the work. But I've met people in my day who I've seen personally play test maybe once or twice a week, even once a month, like my star behind us. And they scrub out and they get mad. And the thing is, like, even if you're good with a deck like Heroes, like I'm an expert with that deck. Like, I know the ins and outs of the Hero deck. If I don't play test regularly, just in general, you make obvious misplays. A great example, I was at locals this past week, I scrubbed out. And the reason why I did so terrible is I made obvious misplays. What's an obvious misplay you may ask? Things like not twin twistering when you're supposed to twin twister, or not resolving your Dark Law effect because you forgot, because your mind's focused on something else. Just little things like that could be weaned out through a playtesting. I always advocate 15 to 30 hours a week. That's what the pros do. And if you guys want to do well as them, you guys are going to have to do that. Anytime I've done well in any card game, I've always put in at least 15 to 30 hours a week, minimum. Number 7, so the 7th mistake everyone makes, the quality of playtesting. Now, some people do get the fact that they need to practice make the best, and they need to playtest, but the quality of their practice freaking sucks. Like, I met a few groups in my day, not gonna call out any specific groups, and you usually have one guy who's pretty good in the group, then everyone else is pretty trash. And so what happens is you get the one guy who's pretty competitive, who's pretty good, and everyone else is trash. Their skill level brings that one guy down to the point where it's like he thinks he's either not good, or he probably realizes that even though I'm not gonna leave my friends, and this is as far as my skill will grow, maybe on a local level. So sometimes, and honestly speaking, it sounds like a douchebag move to do. You might need to find better people to play test with, or if you don't want to leave your friends behind, you got to go to more competitive tournaments, like more regionals, more locals, more YCS. That's the only way you're going to make up for the quality of playtesting. But even then, tournaments shouldn't be considered playtesting. Like me personally, I don't have anyone to playtest with, pretty much by myself. So I use locals as my playtesting ground. So when I do get a chance to go, I try to playtest with people now, and I use the tournaments as a way to prep me for like a regionals on YCS. So man, people seriously need to take consideration the quality of their playtesting. And if you don't have friends who care about getting that much better at the game, you need to make new friends with people who do. That's just the only thing you can talk about it. Number 6, not taking advantage of online resources. Now, when people want to buy cards, play tests, etc., a lot of people do not take advantage of online resources. We have YouTubers giving out good information. A lot of us do. And we have things like Yugioh Pro, Dev Pro, and Dueling Book to playtest on. Now, granted, a lot of people do, but a lot of people do not know about these resources that exist. So, I mean, if you know they exist and you're having a hard time, you want to be good at this game, just take advantage of the resources. It's not hard. I mean, it's free. Why not? I mean, granted, people could look at me and say, hey, I don't like you YouTubers. I believe they're all trash, and so most of those people probably won't even watch this video. But if the information's there, if they're showing off a combo video, don't think that you're so freaking good that you can't just watch someone else's combo video because in your mind, that person is trash, and that means they don't know what they're talking about. Now, granted, you can have your tubers who don't know what they're talking about. I've myself been one of those people who don't know what they're talking about at times. But sometimes we're going to give out solid advice on specific things, and you might learn something. You should never shun off your mind from free information. If it's free, view it and pick what you want from it, and then throw the rest away. That's all I got to say about that one. So yeah, man, just take advantage of free online resources, and you guys will be good and not make those silly mistakes. Number 5. So a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, I've noticed throughout the years, they always say they're quitting and they sell off their collections just to come back in the game. Why? I don't get it. I would never get it. Now, if you're gonna quit, by all means quit, do what you gotta do, move on with your life, move on with your day. The community will not miss you. But what's the point of doing it if you're gonna come back into the game? Now, I understand people do have money problems. They want to make a little extra bread to feed their family. I've been there, done that, but I've never sold my entire collection just to come back a month later. That makes no freaking sense. Some people just get hella salty with the format, and they just want to give up on everything and try to making the format better. Now, granted, you hear me on my channel always ranting about, oh my God, I hate the format. Oh my God, I hate the format. And I generally do not like the format we're in. And I generally do not like Zodiac format. I don't like 3-deck formats. That's not me. I like the multiple deck formats. But, you know, at the same time, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm still going to play in the format because I want to try to innovate my way to get better and just grow through the format my own way, which is why I named my channel Innovation Yugioh. So, you know, if you're going to sell your collection, bro, just quit. Don't come back. It's a complete waste of your time, and you're going to feel hella salty that you might have got rid of something that was low value, then it went to high value. Number 4, so this is gonna be a good one. I've seen this throughout the years, and a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, which are majority men, let their girls run the relationship. They let the girls run them away from the card game and pull them away from their love. Now, granted, guys, there's nothing wrong with playing Yu-Gi-Oh. There's nothing wrong with listening to your girl, spend time with your girl, if that's the thing you want to do. But don't let these okay, I mean, try not to curse. I'm on YouTube. Don't want to get like my monetization, a little bit of monetization I get taken away. Don't let these girls run y'all, bro. Do not let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. If you like your Yu-Gi-Oh, you do your Yu-Gi-Oh. If you want to be competitive, you be competitive. If she loves you and she wants to be with you, she's gonna accept it. If she don't, someone else will, guys. Trust me. That's usually when you have I see a guy who, my girl don't want me to come to the locals today because, you know, I got to spend time with her. Bro, half the time these dudes are on the phone with their girls at night every day. They taking the girls out on the weekend every weekend. So it's like, dude, if you want to go to locals at one tournament a week, go to it. Like, unless you guys have plans and you generally want to go to your girlfriend's plans, do not force yourself to not do something because of your girl. Yeah, you can make sacrifices, and yeah, you want to be a good boyfriend, etc. But it all comes back to what she do it for you. Because I see a lot of the time with relationships personally, and I've experienced this in my own relationship in the past, not in the future. It's like girls will give guys a lot of crap they'll give the guys a lot of crap for things they want to do. But when it comes down to things the girl want to do, oh, we're supposed to just shut up and just take it. Nah, it don't work that way. Not in 2018, guys. So don't be a simp. Don't be a goofy. Don't let these girls run you. So, it's kind of went on a little tangent there. Number 3 mistake every Yu-Gi-Oh player make, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players make. Thanking everyone at locals is their friend. Guys, please stop thinking everybody at locals is your freaking friend. Do you not know how many people, quote unquote friends, I've met through card games, at locals, etc., that I'm not friends with? You know why? Because we're mainly associates, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with associating with people, and there's nothing wrong with befriending people here and there. But everyone's not gonna like you. People are not gonna be your friend. They might kick it with you because they've been knowing you forever and they can trust you, but that don't mean they consider you a genuine friend. So this goes in life. Everyone ain't your friend, bro. So stop thinking everybody at locals is your friend. You guys are good. Cause I see people get mad and argue with people at locals all the time, no matter what locals I'm in, no matter what city I'm in. And you know, it could all be circumvented. People you know, you gotta realize who are the fakes from the people who are down with you. And honestly speaking, when you're young, you're not gonna figure that out. So it's better just to live life and let things flow and don't take things too serious. Number 2, a lot of people take 100% of what pros say as gospel, and what YouTubers as well say as the freaking gospel, and that's the biggest mistake you guys could always make. Reason being, well, that's not the biggest mistake, but these ain't ranked in any kind of order, but us as YouTubers, we do our best to give you guys competitive content, fun content, etc. But that does not mean you guys have to take what we say as gospel. Everything we say is not going to be 100% accurate all the time. Some of us try our hardest to provide you guys with just that. But, you know, if you disagree with us, just disagree and move on. Agree to disagree. And the same thing goes for the pros. A lot of pro Yu-Gi-Oh players, they'll purposely, they used to do this in the past. I don't know how much they do this in the future because I'm not really caught up to the pro scene, you know, work and stuff. But people will purposely give off false information, or they'll cheat their way to top of regionals with a crappy version of a deck just to play the better version of the deck at a YCS to do well. Pros have been doing that all the time. So what I'm trying to say is, guys, think for yourselves and stop being sheep. And wow, this video is getting long, so I'm trying to end it with this last one. And the number one thing, and the number one mistake a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players make, they take the game way too serious. Now, once again, Chris definitely does this a lot. I've personally rage quit it. I personally got angry. And I've personally wanted to fight people over Yu-Gi-Oh. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it 100. And you know, sometimes to be on the girl side, I've purposely, I'm not gonna say purposely, but I've definitely ignored a lot of my personal responsibilities because of Yu-Gi-Oh. Not my kid, of course. I love my son. Never would ignore him. And you know, it gets to the point where you gotta realize, guys, it's just a card game. Do not take this card game so serious. It's not that serious. If you gotta fight over it, just drop it. If you gotta argue with somebody, just drop it. It's not that serious. If you gotta cheat to win, I mean, if you want to win that bad, go for it. I mean, everyone's gonna cheat. I mean, I'm a person, if you cheat me, I'm gonna cheat you back, but I'm not gonna initiate the cheat. I want to win in an honorable way because that's the reason why I play Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't want to win just for the glory. I don't need the glory from a bunch of freaking card players. I mean, I'm a card player myself, and I don't want the glory from, I want to know I'm good. I don't want just to, hey, I cheated my way to victory. Like, that doesn't do anything for me personally. So yeah, man, just stop taking the game so serious and just enjoy it for what it is, man. Link format, sync format, whatever it is, man. It brings us all together as a huge community, and it gave us some of the best memories of our childhood that we will live with forever until the day we die. So these are the 10 mistakes all Yu-Gi-Oh players make or may have made in the past, present, or in the future. If you guys found this video informative, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comment section down below some mistakes you guys have personally made. All right, man, subscribe if you haven't. This is Innovation Yugioh, and I'm signing out. Peace.